and welcome everybody to our live presentation. It's nice to be with you today. My name is Ryan Harris, and I'm going to share with you how we helped a client make $25,000. Yeah, that is $25,000. $25,000 on a $500 ad spend, Facebook ad spend that is. And you can too without being an expert or understanding all of the details of Facebook advertising. Now I'm going to do this by teaching you or showing you one Facebook ad strategy that will help you 10 times your marketing efforts and increase your return on investment, and how it will impact your business today. Now I'm going to give you a couple quick promises. First, I'm going to promise you that I'll show you exactly what we did to help our clients earn that 100 to 200 times their return on investment by using our Facebook ad strategies. As a matter of fact, I'm going to walk you through step by step our ad strategy to help you create success for your business, something you can duplicate. And if you decide to use that, I'll show you how you can have similar results for your business or for other clients if you decide to build an ads agency. So I'm super excited about what we have to offer today. Now, there is a few things that I want to just mention to you on the front end of the webinar so that you'll stick with us the whole time. But if you stay till the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you quite a few things. I'm going to give you the exact Facebook ads funnel and strategy, step by step, that we've used to have some amazing results for our clients. In addition to that, we're going to teach you that as you replicate this strategy, you're going to have some really great results as well. I've also added to this 3 bonuses. Bonus number 1 is what we call a list build funnel that will help you capture more leads for your business. Bonus 2, I'm going to teach you how to get your ads to perform 95% better than other ads of similar types. And bonus number 3 is I'm going to teach you about what we call the MBA acquisition funnel for higher conversion. I'll teach you the step-by-step process to create more success with that MBA concept. Now, I do need your attention, so if you'll stick with me, cell phone use is prohibited. I'm going to charge you $200. Just kidding. No, but the reality is we have some really good information that I want to share with you. So if you don't mind, and it's capable and it's possible, make sure you put your phones on airplane mode, unless, of course, you're watching this webinar from your phone. Turn off Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and all other distractions, and focus here with me for a little bit, because this one strategy is going to help you change the dramatic of your business significantly in 2017. Now, here's the deal. If you're an online marketer or a traditional business owner and you want to kill it, not just have a good year, but have a great year in 2017, the next 60 to 90 minutes will be the best time that you've spent or will spend this year. Now, let me give you my background. My name is Ryan Harris. This is my beautiful wife, Aubrey. We had the chance to go to Mexico this last year because of some of the things that we've been doing with Facebook ads. We've been extremely blessed. And this was one of the trips. And I want to share with you some of my success stories to kind of put things in proper context. First and foremost, when I was 16 years old, my dad created this weird concept of playing a pinball gumball machine, or playing a pinball with gumballs that you purchase based, you put a quarter in and you get the gumball dispense and you play with it and you try to hit a target and win an extra one for free. Now, this machine specifically is actually quite a bit bigger. You can see there's little capsules in the bottom, and there's a little computer, and the number of times you hit that trigger, it triggers, and then all of a sudden there's a computer board that releases one of the bottom capsules, and we had a ton of success with this. I worked with business owners all over the world and helped sell these vending machines to the business owners so that they could increase the revenue for their business internally. Those are my first success. My second success was I helped my brother start a company called Vision Satellite. Back in the day, it was a door-to-door company. We had the chance to go door-to-door and sell services, Dish Network services to be exact. But we sold those door-to-door, and I worked with him for about 3 years, had a really nice business running. He decided to transition to home securities. I decided to go off and do my studies in engineering. And as I finished my studies, as he took off and went the home securities route, He's created a ton of success, but I was proud to be on the front end of a very profitable business, and now he's transitioned that business into another company called North Star, and it's been pretty cool to see what they've done. They did a merger acquisition and have had some great success there. Now, the next success I had was working with a company called ES Squared. It was an engineering firm, and loved this engineering firm. Had a great time with them. When I finished college, I ended up jumping into the engineering field, and I designed for a few years, and that was really my big tipping point, if you will, of understanding that I'm not employable, that I can't work for other people. But what happened at about 2 years in, they made me the vice president of sales. And in about 6 months, I went out and doubled the size of their company selling engineering services to cold market prospects. Now, that's quite the task. That's quite the ordeal. And we had a great time doing that. And soon after that, I realized that engineers sometimes don't necessarily understand what marketers and salespeople do. And so I actually got recruited away to work with another engineering manufacturing company and had success there. The last thing that I did is I worked with a company to build $1 million business in just about 3 years. And I've been able to maintain that $1 million a year business over the last 5 years, so 8 total years. It's been a great thing. I partnered with a manufacturing company, and we've done some really cool things there as well. The reason I share those things with you is because I'm a business owner. I know what it takes to run a solid business. I'm not an online entrepreneur, although I've learned a lot of the entrepreneurial technology and approaches. I am a business owner that understands how to best reach clients and create audiences inside of places where their attention is. And in my opinion, in today's environment, attention is very highly shifted towards social media marketing. Now, what's happened really over the last few years is something has changed. Think about that. Think about the changes that are happening every single day. This specific change was about 7 years ago. I became completely passionate on what was happening with the way people were buying products and services online. Just to give you some insights, over the course of the last 10 years, it happened obviously before that, but take a look at what's happened over the last 10 years in the traditional brick and mortar spaces versus retail online markets today. So you look at like Best Buy, for instance, $28.4 billion market value in 2006. It's lost 49% of its value in the last 10 years. JCPenney, 83% of its value. Check out Sears, $27.8 billion. It's dropped to $1.3 billion. That's a 95% decrease over the course of the last 10 years. And why has that happened? Well, there's a lot of different reasons, I'm assuming, but I think one of the main reasons is they're continuing to do the same thing that they've always done, and they're not getting the same results because the attention of the average consumer is shifting dramatically. Take a look at Amazon, for instance, $17.5 billion market value in 2006, $351.8 billion valuation today. That's a 1,900% increase. Now, why in the world is there such an increase? In my opinion, there's so many different things that have changed the nature of how we're doing business. And in my opinion, Facebook advertising is definitely one that's playing a part. I'm seeing the social media start to evolve. I started seeing new trends of what I call social purchasing. In addition to that, I watched as people openly reverted back to the old ways of referring friends to products and services in local communities using social media. Maybe you've had this experience where a friend of yours has said, hey, listen, I'm looking for a good dentist in my local community. Can you help me find one? And then all the friends make recommendations. As a matter of fact, Facebook in general now is anytime you type in, I'm looking for a recommendation, a little window pops up that says recommendations, and it kind of tries to understand what you're looking for and puts different list of different people or little pin drops on a map to give you some better indication. Changing the way that things are happening. I saw a new, more powerful way of connecting people to products and services that companies provide. And then it happened. Facebook introduced their first ever advertising platform. Keep in mind, Facebook advertising's been around for over 10 years. The platform itself wasn't that great in the beginning. They've made tweaks and changes to where now Facebook advertising is one of the most beneficial ways of reaching your audience in today's society. Now, I was hooked, right? I spent 3 years getting my hands on everything that I could. I spent 3 years getting my hands on anything I could about Facebook ads. I listened to the so-called gurus. I realized that there's really no gurus when it comes to Facebook advertising or social media advertising because it's only been around for a few short years. Now, I've seen success stories and a lot of success stories, but Facebook's changing their algorithms so quickly that if I were to say, hey, I know everything about Facebook advertising, I would be completely wrong. And if you ever come across someone like that, just kind of take them for their word. They might know quite a bit, but Facebook advertising is changing on a day-to-day basis. What I also realize is I'm nothing special, and neither were these people that were having great results. They just were people that loved to learn and imagine. Now, let me ask you this. Peel back the layers here for a second, and imagine what your life would be like when you have the revenue you want coming into your business. When you never have to spend another dollar on marketing your business or someone else's business that doesn't give you a return on your investment. Or imagine what your life would be like when you can easily 5 times or even 100 times the ROI for every dollar spent for your business using Facebook advertising. What would your life be like with that? Here's the kicker. You can put together your first Facebook ad set and see results almost instantaneously. So my question for you would be this, and drop it in the chat window here, but would these things make a difference for you, your life, your business, or even potentially your family? If you think that's going to make a difference, drop a yes in the comments below, and we'll chat even more about that, okay? Sometimes these presentations, and you're probably thinking, well, I don't even have much experience with Facebook advertising. I've heard a little bit about it. I'm seeing stuff all over my newsfeed. I don't really understand what it is, but I don't know if this presentation or this webinar is even for me. So let me just get this out kind of up front. If you're an entrepreneur, a small business owner, or a director of marketing for a company, and you want to generate more revenue for your business this year than you did last year, this is for you. If you're spending nights and weekends sweating about how you're going to pay your bills for your business and want to stop doing that, this is for you. If you want to build a lead generation machine for your business, where you have people coming to you and begging for your products and services, Facebook advertising and this presentation will give you some good indications of how to do that. Okay? If you want to put more money in your pocket this year than you did last year, this is for you. If you want to get out of the rat race and create a thriving business, this is for you. If you have debt, but you want to get out of debt, then this presentation is going to be a great way of understanding them. This is for you, okay? If you're continually worried about business costs because you're losing the ability to get people to buy your products and services, then this is for you. And I'm going to dive into the case studies here in a little bit, but let me just show you some initial results from some of our clients. This is our friend Lynn. Lynn is a corn maze owner in Oregon, and she was super skeptical, extremely hesitant about Facebook ads. She had no idea if they would work or not. Well, she contracted with us to do some work for her. And over the course of October alone, right, in just the month of October, we spent $715.78 in advertising. And in that time frame, in the month of October, she had a gross revenue of over $45,000. I'm going to dive into more stuff a little bit later about her case study, but I just want to show you some initial concepts of how powerful this can be. Okay, so she sold tickets to corn mazes. She actually sold turkeys, beef, Christmas trees, all within this $715 ad spend. Crazy stuff. Here's another quick case study. A good friend of ours, Robbie Rutledge, he also does a corn maze, and we've done quite a few different verticals. I'm just giving you a couple examples of it we've had some great results with. They have a traditional marketing budget of well over $30,000 for the year. They took and spent $500 in Facebook ads over a 2-week period, and I'll show you the statistics, and had a gross revenue increase of $15,000 in that time frame. And we helped them sell tickets to corn mazes online, and we also helped sell tickets to a zombie paintball program, which is pretty cool. Third is our good friends here. These are gym owners, extremely successful gym owners, have quite a few different gyms all over the place, but one specific gym we've been working with in 2016 and 15 and 14, they mentioned to me that they have quite a large ad spend, $150,000 per year. However, their biggest concern when I sat down to chat with them is they had little to no net increase of gym memberships. What we did is we put together some campaigns. I'm going to show you exactly how we did it here in a few minutes. But we spent $3,200 in advertising over 2 months, and our gross revenue to date was over $90,000 in revenue. We sold gym memberships using Facebook ads. And that was only gym memberships. They had a ton of different classes that they offered. They had a lot of different things that they did, but the only thing they wanted to try to sell through Facebook advertising as a test product was membership, and we had a blast with them. Now, I want to walk you through a couple things. The results that I'm showing you are not typical. I'll walk you through the system we're using to see these types of results, but please notice that my results are not typical because people who show up for free seminars, free presentations, free information will typically not yield the same results. Matter of fact, they typically get 0 results. But I'm willing to share this with you for free because I know if you do take and implement this stuff, it will work tremendously. All right? I do want to make sure, I told you who this is applicable for, but let me also tell you the type of people that should not pay attention. I mean, you can close the window right now if this is you. This is not going to work for you, and these are the type of people. The type of people that are just trying to get rich quick, that want to be in this world of I'm going to do nothing and make a lot of money. If you're a fake expert, this isn't for you. Now, I also want to make one last quick confession that we have an advantage over most, and here's why. We already have a lot of experience in this industry. We know what we're doing. We know how to position the content, but that's not to say that you can't have similar success. All right? So here's what we're going to cover. Secret number 1 of how to land your first paying client or customer within just a few hours or maybe days of running your first Facebook ad set. Next, I'm going to show you secrets of how to get results for your business or almost any other business with little to no risk to you. I'm going to show you how to increase sales by $5,000 or more per month by using Facebook ads. Now, keep in mind, we not only run Facebook advertising for our clientele base, but we run Facebook advertising for our own business. As a matter of fact, you may have come to this webinar because of a Facebook ad set. So we're glad to be here with you. We are practitioners in the field, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're doing to create success. So let's dive into secret number 1. Secret number 1 is how to land your first client or customer within just a few short hours. We call this the customer acquisition funnel. I talk with businesses all the time, and what I'm hearing as kind of a common theme, you need to do something with social media and Facebook advertising. You've heard the jargon, you've heard the buzzwords, but you just don't know how to do it. Or you're willing to try anything in order to get more people walking through the doors if there's a minimum cost and decent results. Or you're starting to realize that Facebook ads are one of the least expensive ways to get in front of your customer. And if you're not realizing that yet, hopefully by the end of this presentation, you'll be able to see that. Okay? Relatively easy to test run Facebook ads and see what types of results you're getting, even if you don't know what you're doing. And that's one of the things that I love the most about running Facebook ads. Okay? You can run Facebook ad set for $5 per day, and you'll start to see some results. Really cool. Now, here's one thing. You need to make sure that you understand the sales funnel process for creating success. And we call it a 3-step process. I'll show you that here in just a few minutes. But what I've learned is, you run a Facebook ad set, $5 per day. You get results. Great. Now you get to start learning more about ads. And once you start to learn more about ads, then you can convert at such a higher level. But if you don't have any success, well, now you have some experience. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work, but you just have to test a few other things. Maybe it's the ad copy. Maybe it's the image. Maybe it's the video that's out there. You didn't have quite the success that you had anticipated. Now you have some experience, and we can go back and streamline that even more effectively. Okay? So chances are you've already run a few different ads like, like campaigns, boosted posts. How many of you on the webinar right now, go ahead and type it in the chat window, have actually run a boosted post before or have actually run a like campaign before? Drop in the comments here below. We'll keep moving forward. Okay? Here is the initial strategy that has worked over and over and over again for us. Turn your phone on, put together a Facebook Live video of your store product, something you're selling. Let the Facebook Live video work for a few hours, 4 hours to be exact. Boost the Facebook Live video, put a link to your landing page in the video, tell people to come see you, go to your website, buy your product, do a call to action, and then convert. Now, you're going to be surprised by the amount of paid reach you get as well as the free reach you receive. Now, here's a rule of thumb. In an awareness campaign, you should be able to get in front of anywhere from 10,000 or more people for every $100 you spend in ads. So if you're running an awareness campaign right now and you're not seeing these types of results, then there's some things that you can learn in this presentation. Okay? Now, if you don't believe that it'll still work, check this out. Here's a good friend of ours. I mentioned him a little bit earlier, but let me dive into the case studies and show you some real, actual, actionable results. So this was an ad campaign. You can see we ran this from the 26th to the 31st, so a 5-day campaign. We spent $270 to run this campaign. We reached 45,000 people. Now, what's more impressive about this ad campaign is if you look at the relevance score on the right-hand side, you'll see there's an 8 there. That relevance score basically means when I'm running this ad set at a targeted demographic, how relevant is that ad? And it's a scale of 1 to 10. We've had quite a few different ad sets that are right around 9, 10, 8, 7, really high. And as you can see, this one ad set performed very well. 0.01 cents per engagement, over 20,000 engagements on this post. Pretty cool stuff there. And here's what happened. Over that 2 weeks, that was about a 1 week period, but over about 2 weeks, we ran some other ads, but that last week specifically, you can see from the previous 2 weeks, there was an increase of well over $10,000 in new revenue. And this was only their online sales. There was an increase of over $10,000 in revenue because of these Facebook ads. I remember the conversation I was having with Robbie. He said, Ryan, listen, we need your help. I don't know if you can help us, but we need your help. Here's what we need. And we said, well, let's try it out. We ran some ads, and sure enough, we saw a huge increase in customer acquisition and revenue generated for this corn maze. And here's what our good friend Robbie said. He threw this on our Strategic Social Partners page. You go look at it. It's the reviews. But he said, I underlined the red section. He said he and his associate Mitch Adams, which is a guy that works with me, recommended we do a Facebook Live video and then boost it. It worked. We ended up doing 2 Facebook Live videos, reached almost 75,000 people, a targeted 75,000 people for only $500. As I thought I would not lose, and I did not lose. We had huge increase in online sales and on-site sales as well. I highly recommend them to anyone that runs their business. So Robbie actually ended up taking a few courses from me, and he's had some great success because of the strategies that he's implemented in the context of our courses. Here's another one of our clients. So this is a chiropractic client. He was doing a live seminar. And so what we did is we helped him put together a strategy, a video-based strategy. I'm going to share that with you here in just a minute. But a video-based strategy ran him to a landing page. You can see we're getting 1 cent per engagement. Now, when we first started on a $75 ad spend, we got right around 7,500 in reach, which is normal. It's about 10. So we can reach about 10 people per every dollar you spend in a targeted campaign. We had over 3,000 post engagements. In addition to that, then we ran a second video set. And we increased that by almost about 3,000 new people based on running a sequential Facebook ad set. We did another video, an awareness video, $90 ad spend. and got in front of 11,000 people. And then what we did, guys, is we turned around and we used that area to do a remarketing campaign. And then we had 37 cents per click registrations, and we filled up a room full of about 55 people for this specific presentation. Here's basically what the story entails. Last month, we put over $3,000 into traditional advertising to drive people to a presentation in Salt Lake City area. And this is the vice president of marketing that shared this with us, okay? So she said, we anticipate about 300 people would show up on the ad spend. They had 30. They reached out to Ryan Harris with Strategic Social Partners. He had told me that he could fill up our room for an event. We spent $1,200 with him and Facebook and $500 on ads. So about $1,700 total. Much less spend than the SLC event. We had 55 people show up to the event, sold out of all our supplements. Plus, we scheduled quite a few people for consultants. So they've been extremely happy with what we've done for them. And you can see what we did with that strategy. So we'll be covering more in just a second, but how many of you are getting excited about this section of the presentation? I mean, how many of you have learned something and can see the value in running Facebook ads? Drop a yes in the comments if you are. Now let's dive into secret number 2. Secret number 2 is how to get results for your business or almost any other business with almost no risk to you. First thing I want to classify and quantify. In my opinion, $5 per day is really nothing to a legitimate business. If you do the math, you run $5 per day, maybe it's 30 days in a month or 31 days in a month, that's about $150. Great start from a Facebook ad set perspective. I know because I talk to customers and I see this inside of businesses all the time that your clients want to buy from you. However, you just need to provide some sort of social proof that you're relevant. And what does that mean? That you're out there. They want to believe that you're online and that you actually care about them. Here's the question then. What if you could turn $5 per day into $200? And maybe that's on a daily basis. Maybe that's on a weekly basis. I mean, think about that. If you could turn $5 per day into $200 per day, it's a huge return on your investment. That's a 40 times return. How many times would you invest those $5 per day? Your job then is to get in front of your clients and customers and tell them a story that will help them drive them into a location, into an online site, anything like that. So this is what we call, or we use inside of our company with our clientele base, we use what they call a Facebook Live strategy. This strategy works for almost any business of any size. And it works very well because once you run this once, you'll have a system that you can continually run for success. This Facebook Live strategy will give you an easy win for your business. So here's how it works. You get your Facebook Live strategy, you accompany this with the customer acquisition funnel, and it starts to change everything. Here we go. Put together your Facebook Live event, like I mentioned before. Have someone record you or record yourself. Now, why a Facebook Live video? A lot of people ask me that question. Why should we do a Facebook Live event for our business? People like to see authenticity. They like to see you. They like to know that you're involved in the process. So when you run that Facebook Live event, it gives more authenticity. And then you run that Facebook Live event and run that to a landing page where now you can capture names, emails, phone numbers. Now you start to build your email list in what we call the list build funnel. And those become leads. From there, you can offer something even better if they take action now. Now you've put them, or you're walking them through a process of Facebook Live event, taking them to a landing page. And on that landing page, you can create a call to action. And that call to action can give them some success. Now, let me show you a quick example of exactly how that works. So this was one of our clients, the gym owners that I talked to you before about. They were doing a 12 days of fitness, and it was just a free giveaway. You can take it and use 12 consecutive days at the gym, so almost 2 weeks. Really cool promotion, okay? So here's the landing page. Remember, we did some Facebook Live events to explain what was happening. We drove them to this landing page specifically, where you have claim my gift of health now. They click on that landing page. They go in, and you can see here the first name. They enter the email and the phone number. From then, we delivered the 12 days of fitness via email. This gave them the opportunity right here to share it on Facebook, to send a link to a friend, or whatever they wanted to do. They were able to do that from there. So let me show you how that works. Now, this is what we call the value ladder. And the value ladder is basically the concept of, as the value of what you're offering to your customers or clients increases, so should the dollar amount that you're asking from those clients. Now think about this, right? Maybe you want to buy a product online and they do like a free plus shipping offer. I follow a guy, Russell Brunson. He's basically taught me a lot of these concepts. But the idea is I build this value ladder. I want to sell my book online. Okay, so you put together your book, or in this case, you put together what we call the lead magnet or the freebie. So you might do a free plus shipping offer there, or you might add the freebie to what we call the tripwire. But in this case, what they did is they offered the 12 days of fitness. Once those people came in from the 12 days of fitness, they walked them through the facility. The salespeople in the office walked them through the facility. They discounted the enrollment fee as part of their offer. They also discounted the initial membership fee, because normally they had like an enrollment fee plus initial membership fee to get your account set up. Okay, so they did that, and then they basically locked these people into an annual contract. Now, with this value ladder, with this exact step-by-step process, this is what we used, and we spent $3,000 in the Facebook advertising on the front end to drive them into this facility. And that turned into lifelong customers. So let's say you give 20 free 12 days of fitnesses to come and enjoy the gym facility. What if only one of those people gets a membership for the next 12 months? The annual membership of a gym in today's environment, some are higher, some are lower, but the average membership cost between $40 and $50 a month. So I'm just going to be conservative and say $40. So now you spend $100 in ads, Facebook ads that is, or even Instagram ads, depending on where you're playing. You've placed your information in front of about 10,000 people, targeted people, and let's just say one of those people becomes a member. Well, if I do the math right, one new membership times $40 per month times 12 consecutive months equals $480 in annual revenue. So that $100 initial investment returned your investment $480 in the first year. So that's $4.80 per $1 spent, and that's if they only stay for 1 year. Let's just say they stay for 2 years. So $960 for a 2-year plan. And check it out, right? Now you're at $9.60 for every $1 you spent in Facebook advertising. So what if they stay for 3 years or 5 years or 10 years or even 20 years? Well, the cool thing now is your business is growing, and you can find customers and or clients or members or whomever from Facebook advertising. It's a beautiful, beautiful relationship, okay? And that's the power of what I call the Facebook Live strategy with the customer acquisition funnel. All right, now let's dive into secret number 3. And this is pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but if you want to increase your sales by $5,000 or more per month using Facebook ads, check it out. If we do the math again, you're getting $4 for every $1 you spend. That's a 4 times return on your investment. Now, my question to you is, what business owner in their right mind would not want to do the same thing? Well, let's be honest. What business owner in their right mind would not want to do the same thing? Recognize traditional business owners have been programmed to think differently. Many still believe that traditional marketing is the best use of their marketing dollars. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. I think there's a great play for traditional marketing in today's environment. Still, okay? But what you have to do next is document the process you're using. Now, why in the world would we need to document the process? Because you might have to convince someone inside of your business that these things work. You might be working for a traditional business owner. You might be talking to a traditional business owner if you're running Facebook ads for them. Or you might have a partner that you need to convince, right? So here's what you do. I've heard people say this, that they got pretty lucky, and honestly, you can get a little bit lucky at first. I mean, I've seen it before. So the next thing you need to do is create a simple case study of what you just did. Make sure to document every step in the process. especially how you set up the first Facebook ad set. Make sure, if you can, train your salespeople to just ask the question of where did you see the advertisement? Where did you see it coming from? We can really target different people inside of our Facebook advertising. However, if we don't know when they actually walked into the store, where they came from, then it's kind of hard to track, unless you're doing online sales, of course, in some sort of an e-commerce play, okay? So teach your sales team to ask questions for tracking purposes. Take the case study to your business partner, to a business owner, or even to yourself, and have this discussion. We've had great success running Facebook ads. I believe that we can scale this thing and drive more business to our or your business. We've generated at least $4, for example, per every $1 we've spent. If you want to generate $5,000 or more per month using Facebook ads, pretty simple, right? Just spend more money on ads. So the great thing about this is you can start to scale your business with the following things in mind. And these are just kind of rules of thumb, kind of things that you should consider. With an awareness campaign, you can typically reach approximately 10,000 people for every $100 you spend in ads. You're most likely going to get better conversions when you get better at ad copy, images, videos. As a matter of fact, videos of 10-to-1 ratio of conversions and link clicks if you're running video based on a stagnant image ad, okay? So come up with a strategy that includes who your target demographic is, what the temperature of your audience is, and what is the type of message you're trying to get in front of them. You know, it's interesting. I was talking to a buddy of mine last night. His name's Adam Flores. The guy's a genius with online stuff. And he's doing a ton of stuff with Instagram. But he was telling me, he's like, Ryan, I can't get my Facebook ads to convert. I says, okay, so tell me what your strategy is. He said, I'm running clicks to my website against cold traffic. And I said, well, Adam, there's your problem. You can't run clicks to your website using cold traffic because you're trying to take a cold temperature audience and run them into a conversion metric. If you haven't built that relationship of trust with them using an awareness campaign and a consideration campaign and then a conversion campaign, then you're going to miss the boat. Your conversion rates are not going to be that great. So let me show you a quick example. So what we did with this one client is we ran some Facebook Live video. And I don't have all of the case study here, but we ran this Facebook Live video, start to build a Facebook viewed audience. What you can see in this case study is we had a couple different demographics. We created a demographic or a target demographic of people that had watched 25% video views, others that were female and 35 plus. We created another audience of people who had watched 75% of video views. And finally, we put together people who'd landed on the registration page but hadn't converted. So if you see the success rate that came from this case study, you'll see that we generated on about, I don't know what the total ad spend was. This is probably about $200. We had 44 conversions. That's $2.71 per click. But $2.71 per lead is a great price. And we can show you how to make that happen. We've actually used these same strategies. So with that, so here's exactly what happened. So they had 44 people that clicked on the link. 11 people actually registered for the event. 7 people showed up to the event. That's a 16% show up rate. Here's the exact text message string I was having with our doctor on this. This specific case was for a chiropractic doctor that was doing another presentation, and he was selling a men's health program, exercise, nutrition, all sorts of different things for men's health. 11 people registered for the event. 7 people showed up to the event. 3 made appointments, and I just talked to him yesterday, and he collected his first $7,000 on the first person that went to that seminar. He scheduled 3 people for an appointment. Let me show you a little bit more about this example. Okay, so let's just say you have a 30% conversion rate with people that actually come to their appointment. One person buys the package, like I said, which they had already. That's over $7,000. Now, $500 in ad spend, what they just spent on ads to run those ads, increased sales by $7,000. That's 140% return on investment. Or in other words, that's $14 for every single $1 we spent in Facebook advertising. Once you have a case study and results, it becomes that much more simple to convince your client, to convince your business partner, to even convince yourself that you need to spend more money in Facebook advertising. So if you stick with the same type of client, then it is much more simple to duplicate these results. And all of this customer acquisition funnel or MBA funnel can be managed in what we call ClickFunnels and can be duplicated very quickly. So let me ask you this question. For those of you that are still in the webinar with us so far, how many of you are enjoying this webinar so far? Drop a comment in here so I know, those of you that are enjoying this or really getting something out of this so far. I've peeled back the layers of the onion for you, and I'm showing you some deep details as to what's happening and very successfully happening with our clientele base. All right, so drop in a comment below if you're enjoying this so far. Now let me just recap what we've covered so far. So we've talked about secret number 1, which is how to land your first paying client or customer within a few hours. Item number 2, which is how do you get results for your business or almost any other business with almost no risk to you. I showed you the value ladder. I showed you the step-by-step process to create success. Okay, the next section or secret that we've covered is how to increase your sales by $5,000 or more per month using Facebook ads. So who wants to take things to the next level? How many of you really want to learn this Facebook ad thing for you and for your business? If you do, drop in the comment below, I am ready. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's do this thing. Let's make this thing happen. And let's do it. It's going to be a good year in 2017. So drop in the comments below, I'm ready. I'll wait here just for a minute so you have a chance to. Yep, that's exactly right, Brad. I totally get it. You're ready to go? Good. Awesome. Yep, that's right. Mike, I totally get it. Yep, you're right. This will change the nature of your business. I'm ready to roll. Great, John. I love it. Charity, yep. Boom. Brad, stoked, ready. Okay, let's do this. Moving forward. All right, so you can see the impact that this can have for your business. So what I want to introduce you to is a program and what I call growing your business in 2017 with Facebook ads. Now, this funnel and method, these 3 steps that I've shown you thus far, it's only scratching the surface. I mean, this is really not even a dent. Here's the deal. I know you're busy and I know you have a lot of things on your plate. And I know that the last thing you want to do is learn about something else. But this program is not only going to help you, it's going to change the nature of your business in 2017. If you haven't already captured this, let's talk a little bit more. Growing your business in 2017 with Facebook ads is all about teaching you to generate low-cost leads, like I showed you, that easily turn into sales for your own business or for the business you work for, and how to sell your products and services like crazy, like wildfire, okay? So please know, this program is not just for running ads for yourself. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to run ads for someone else, this program will teach you the ins and outs of how to position yourself and run Facebook ads for other clients, okay? Now, this might be one of those things where you've had the business that you've always wanted to start and you've always wanted to create something more. This is what you can do to create more success for you and for your business. Let's dive in. I want to get back to this case study. I told you I was going to talk in more detail about this. So Lynn had been advertising in 2015 with local newspapers, billboards, mailers, radio for quite a few years. In 2015, she spent over $2,000 in traditional advertising methods. She was extremely skeptical to consider Facebook ads. In 2015, in her business, she made about $15,000 in her corn maze in October of 2015. In 2016, she decided, I'm going to figure out this Facebook ads thing. I want to take Ryan's course. And we went through the course together. We did consulting, and we taught her how to take $2,000, and this is what we sold. So we sold over $45,000 in ticket sales for the corn maze. We sold over $15,000 in turkey sales of turkeys that were there. We did over $3,000 in Christmas trees, $5,000 in beef, in a total revenue between October, November, and December of $95,000 for her maze. Now, what's more important about that is the conversation we had prior to before we started running Facebook ads, she said, Ryan, listen, I don't know if I can create enough value in this farm to sell it. And for her, this now created a whole new increased streams of revenue done through Facebook advertising that provides that much more value for her business. So maybe you as a business owner, or maybe you as a director of marketing, the conversation's been, we really want to position ourselves and create more momentum so we can sell our business. Well, that's a great thing that you can do. Creating more success by running Facebook ads for your business and generate more sales, this program is definitely for you. Okay? Now, I also want to classify that making money is for you and for your business, it's not a bad thing. I think sometimes business owners, they live basically paycheck to paycheck inside of their business. And if they start earning too much, then they have a tendency to kind of almost self-sabotage their business. It's not a bad thing to create and generate a lot of money for you and for your business. Okay? Now, many businesses out there, maybe you're a home-based business owner, network marketing business owner, traditional business owner, but there's so many businesses out there that are struggling a lot more than they'd like to admit. As a matter of fact, they can't seem to understand why the money they're spending on traditional advertising isn't working like it used to. Take a look here at the cost to reach 1,000 people. $32 to reach 1,000 people in newspaper. Okay? Magazines, $20 to reach 1,000, and that's even if you're capturing their attention. These probably aren't people in general that are paying a lot of attention to your advertisements, but radio's $8 per 1,000, or cable TV $7 per 1,000. Check this out. This is a little bit older graphic, but we've even had some that are lower than this, of 25 cents per every 1,000 people you get in front of. That's some killer advertising. I want to ask you this question. Maybe you as a business owner have been trying things over and over and over and you're not getting a different result. So have you ever heard of the definition of insanity? Well, I love this definition. It's doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting to get a different result. The reality is we rarely get different results if we do the same thing over and over again. We have to change something. We have to do something different. So for those of you that are looking to have a killer 2017, then this Facebook ads course is for you. Now here's what you're going to get. And I'm adding videos to this about weekly. So we're putting more and more case studies in. But I'm adding things every single day to create more success. So here's the deal. There's 8 modules with 2 bonus modules. And listen, guys, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop in the comment your question, and I can try to answer that for you in the process. So there's 8 modules with 2 bonus modules that outline video lessons. They have handouts that are associated with each video so you can run winning ads for yourself, for your client, and for your company. This training alone, normally when I work with directors of marketing and business owners, I usually charge them $2,000 to be a part of that. I'm giving you access to our private student group so you can strategize with other students and their success. That's a $497 value. I give you an inside strategy of what we did in more detail. I gave you a little bit of the detail, but I didn't talk about what verbiage we used, what ad copy we used. I go in and dive into strategies of clients that we've been working with, and this is one of them, the gym one that we talked about, but even more clients on how we're getting results of $90,000 on a $3,000 ad spend. I'm going to show you real examples and results, give you case studies, okay? You'll also get to be a part of our group coaching call, mastermind call. These are weekly calls with our students where you get to see more success that's happening in your business. And you also get access to what we call our ultimate guide to Facebook ads. It's about a 15 to 20 page document that you can use as you walk through and learn about Facebook advertising for your business. Now, all of these combined have a total value of $3,585. Here's the deal. We had someone spend, we've had clients in general that have spent a lot more money than $3,000 for us and our services, and they've all generated at least a 4 to 5 times return on their investment. That's a $12,000 return on this total value spent. Our clients are loving us right now. We're picking up some really big clients. Now, here's the deal, though. If you're a business owner, or if you're an individual that's looking to try to create your own business, or if you're trying to figure a way to run Facebook ads for a network marketing business, or call it what you will. Here's the deal. We all have money. Think about this. We all have disposable income on top of that. And the real question is, where is your money going? And I'll tell you a little story here. My wife and I and our 3 children, we just went out to eat this last weekend, and the bill came up to be like $45. And we usually try to go eat together at least once a week. We eat together at home every day that my wife cooks, but we try to go and go to somewhere nice at least once a week, okay? The last time I went to movies, my wife and I, it was about $30, $15 per ticket. So let's call that 40 times 3, or 40 times 4 is $160. Movies another 50, so that's $210. A gym membership alone, there's a lot of people. As a matter of fact, when I talk to my gym owners, they say that about 65% of the people that pay for a gym at their gym don't even show up. That's crazy to me. But let's call that $30 a month or $50 a month to make it even. So you've got $210, so there's now $260. Coffee alone, $5 a day, right? By, let's call it at least 6 days a week. That's $30 times 4, $120. So now you have $380. I want you to keep that number in mind, okay? $380 that we're spending on disposable income that we could just save to generate more business, right? Robert Kiyosaki simply says it this way. Don't work for money. Have money work for you. Because if you're getting money to work for you instead of you working for money, now you figured out the way to create a retirement. So let me dive in a little more, because I mentioned to you you're going to have some other bonuses here. So bonus number 1 is how to start building your list if you don't already have one. Okay. Now I want to kind of go over a truth, and I also want to go over a myth. You can sell anything using Facebook ads, but the myth that comes along with that is you can go straight to the sale using Facebook ads. There's a difference. I strongly believe that you can sell anything using Facebook ads. However, I disagree with the fact that you can go straight to the sale using Facebook ads. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that right now. First, you have to understand the value ladder like we discussed before. Okay? So the first thing you do inside of the value ladder is you create a lead magnet, something of value that's offered to your clientele base to help them better understand who you are and what you're trying to represent. Okay? Then from there, you go into what we call a tripwire. This is a smaller priced item. It might be anywhere from $4.99 to $12.99 to whatever that might be. All right. Then we go to the self-liquidating offer, which helps you offset the cost of your marketing. That might be just in a bundle package that's a little bit more than the tripwire that you sold. Then you have an offer. Maybe it's a bigger offer package. And then you go to the next offer. And then finally, you go to a lifelong customer, create a lifelong customer, because you've built so much value in that conversation. Matter of fact, I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he was saying, Ryan, listen, I just want to go register for a webinar to create the sale. So that's fine, but your conversion rates are going to be so much lower because you're not taking the right step-by-step process. Consumer behavior in today's environment is all about understanding education and finding value in what they're doing. Okay? So now, so let me ask you this question. If all you received from this presentation was this funnel, this step-by-step funnel, and the value ladder associated with it, you'd grow your business significantly. Okay? So here's what you're going to get again. You're going to get the 8 modules with 2 bonus modules that outline for each lesson, so you can run winning ads for yourself, your client's company you work for. You're going to get access to the private student group. We're going to take an inside strategy and results of what we did. Again, the $90,000 for a $3,000 ad spend. Weekly group coaching calls. We have those running consistently right now. We're usually doing those on Friday afternoons. Okay? And then we have an ultimate guide to Facebook ads, which again is going to help you really understand the concept of Facebook advertising for your business. So the total value, $3,585. Now let me go into the back office and show you in more detail what you're going to get, okay? So here's the funnel itself. Here's the different lessons. I have a video there just showing you exactly how to best use the course. We have introduction to Facebook marketing, temperature of your audience, variables of a successful campaign. And we go into a lot of detail in that one specifically. The sales funnel process, right? Which is right here. Module 5 is Facebook measuring and reporting. So you'll see in each module, it has an outline of the module. It also has a hyperlink here where you can click and download what you want to. Module 6 is Facebook results, KPIs. Module 7 is Facebook results, again, taking a deeper dive into Facebook results. Module 8, and I'm going to keep in mind, guys, I'm going to be adding presentations consistently inside of here, examples, case studies, updates, things of that nature, so that you can stay ahead of the game when it comes to Facebook ads. Okay? So this is going to be it's a one-time purchase. Once you're a part of this, you get to get all of the updates that I'll be uploading consistently into this Facebook ads course. Now, here's the ultimate guide. Like I mentioned, it's an outline of the course content. Goes through a ton of stuff step by step. The next thing you get access to, like I mentioned, is we have an outline for every single module that's in the process. So, again, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the 8 modules so that you can create Facebook ads for yourself, and you're getting 2 bonus modules associated with that. You're going to get access to the student group for $197 value. You're going to get inside strategies, $497 value. Weekly group coaching, ultimate guide to Facebook ads, again, well over $3,500. Now, do you remember that $380 amount we came up with from the disposable income? Check this out. Today's price is about 10% of what we normally charge our clients. It's $349. That's less than what you are spending currently on things that do not create or generate more revenue for you and for your life. Okay? Now, I mentioned to you the course with the coaching calls. We also have that $549. And that's for those weekly coaching calls that you get to be on with us as well. So you get the Facebook ads course with the coaching calls for that $549 value. So a lot of people ask me, okay, Ryan, how do I get started? Maybe you're thinking this yourself. How do I get started in this Facebook ads course? I'm going to have Brad drop a link in here, send out the offer to you. It's a one-time purchase. Again, you can go to strategicsocialpartners.com/Facebook ads. Great place to get started. Go ahead, take advantage of that right now, because we're going to be closing the course soon, so we can keep updating and adding stuff. And we only have a secluded group of about 100 people that'll be taking this course at the same time, so that I can manage it and our team can manage that. Okay? We've sold quite a bit of those already. Now, for those of you that are still sticking with us, let me go over bonus number 2. Here's the deal. There's a lot of people out there running Facebook ads. Now, what I'm going to show you in bonus number 2 is how to get your ads to convert better than 95% of other ads just like yours. Now, why in the world would we talk about this? Well, because the reality is there's people running Facebook ads and not doing it very effectively. I've heard business owners say, you know what, Facebook ads don't work for us. So the number one problem with running Facebook ads is getting those Facebook ads to convert. Let me show you a couple quick tricks. First, the first step you need to do is you need to understand the temperature of your audience, and then select the marketing objective based on the temperature of your audience. So let me just give you some steps of what we do. If you're talking about cold traffic, massive exposure, use one of these awareness campaigns, whether it's boosting your post. And like I mentioned before, use a Facebook Live event to boost your post. Promote your page. I don't really like campaigns, if I'm being quite transparent. As a matter of fact, don't ever run a like campaign. There's better ways to do it. But reaching people near your business and increasing brand awareness are all great ways to fully understand the backside of taking a cold traffic and initiating and creating some initial awareness. Now, once you've built that cold audience, once you have engagements, and again, that's about 10,000 people for every $100 you spend in ads, start to build that audience out and create a relationship with these people, and start to turn these people into what we call a warm market or a consideration campaign by providing education and validation. Now, what does that mean? Provide education so you're giving people more than ever will come back to you. Now, it might be an attendance, right? It might be an attendance at an event that you're putting on, or it might be giving some really high quality content through video, and then using that video specifically to create high quality education based content, and then pushing that out to that warmer market. Or maybe you're just trying, you feel like you've done enough with that and you're starting to try to collect some leads. We can totally help you in that process as well. Okay? And then you take the third step, which is going from a warm market into a hot market, or a warm to hot, lukewarm market, where now you're moving people down the sales funnel and you're getting solid conversions based on running the ad sets in a step-by-step process. Now, keep in mind, most people, as a matter of fact, even my buddy Adam that I talked about before, he said to me, Ryan, my Facebook ads aren't converting as well as I would like them to. What am I doing wrong? And I said, well, Adam, tell me the temperature of your audience. And he said, it's a cold market. I said, well, then why in the world are you trying to increase conversions on your website of a cold market? Because that's a conversion campaign. Now, I get the fact that the idea on online in general is to take and try to convert cold traffic, but there's a process of converting cold traffic and getting them to the place where they can buy a product or service from you. Okay? So here's the step. Step one is create the audience. It might be the location. It might be the age demographic. It might be the gender. It might be the language that they speak. You might want to go into and dive more into the detailed targeting. So what does that look like? Well, detailed targeting, in all honesty, is a great way of finding out what the behaviors are or what are the interests. As a matter of fact, my buddy Adam said, Ryan, I'm just doing it based on interest. And I said, Adam, that's great, but interests aren't as powerful as the behaviors that people are doing online. Remember, Facebook advertising and marketing is connected to third-party reporting agencies to give more information about you than you'd actually like them to know. But that's a marketer's dream, because now they can get in front of the exact person for the exact amount of success that you want to have. The next step then is placement. Now, placement is critical. A lot of people are just out there throwing up automatic placements. Their ads are showing up all over the place. They're not even getting great conversions. They're performing a lot less effective than they did before, and they're wondering why, or than they ever have, or maybe they're not getting the numbers, the 10,000 in reach per every $100 you spend. So I always edit placement. This is a big key to creating more success. Edit placement. Eliminate Instagram. I always say eliminate the audience network. It's just not as effective. Or you may want to eliminate desktop or a mobile platform. I've noticed that most people, up to 90+% of people that are looking at Facebook ads in general, are viewing those on a mobile device. So make sure your landing page, for instance, is mobile friendly. And if you use ClickFunnels to do that, what I talked about before, it'll be a great play there. Okay, they're mobile friendly. You can see exactly what it looks like when you're designing those landing pages, but make sure your landing pages are mobile friendly. The next step is to set up a budget. Like I mentioned, you can throw a $5 a day budget, run your ad sets continuously, or you can set your ads to start at certain times. This gives you an indication of how much you're going to be spending a week. Now, the next thing you need to consider, especially if you're doing a conversion metric with video views, make sure when you change down here where it says when you get charged, it says more options. You click on that. I always recommend you set that at a 10-second video view, even if you're running Facebook ads. Do it at a a Facebook live video and boosting that. Do it at a 10-second video view, because now you're only being charged for people that are watching 10 or more seconds of your video. And that's showing me, if they're watching 10 or more seconds of my video, that's showing me that they're interested in what I have to say and what I have to talk about. Okay, so here's an example. This is kind of, you pick your ad copy, you pick your images, or you boost your Facebook Live, or you do a Facebook Live and download that video, you upload your video here. You make sure that you have closed captioning on those videos if you're running a video ad set, because it's gonna be that much better for your business. Okay, so do that. The ad copy is extremely important, and in that Facebook course in and of itself, I teach you some strategies for writing ad copy that will get a lot higher conversion rate for your business. Okay. So again, I want to go back to the program of what you're going to be getting, because this is extremely powerful. You're going to be getting all 8 modules so you can run winning ads for yourself. It's going to teach you every step that we just went through in that bonus section number 2. How to get them to convert 95% or better, okay? I'm going to show you a ton of just case studies inside of my own screen, inside of our own clients, so you can get a better feel for what to do, okay? I'm going to give you access to the private student group so you can strategize with other students. I'm going to show you an inside strategy of how we got $90,000 in revenue on a $3,000 ad spend. We're going to have weekly group mentoring calls. I'm going to give you that Facebook ads guide, all for, like I mentioned before, $3,585 is the total value, but today's price, again, it's about $350 or $549, depending on if you want the coaching calls or not. So let me ask you this question. What if? What if you decide not to take the course? What will your business look like in 2017? And I laugh at that because I don't know how many times I should have just taken a course and I didn't. Or what if you missed the opportunity to run Facebook ads at an inexpensive cost? Or what if you're a traditional business owner, you decide, you know what, this stuff isn't for me. I'm just going to continue spending money on traditional ads. What's your return on investment going to look like? Or what if you continue to build your business one customer at a time? What's that going to look like for you? Now, I brought up this slide because I want to tell you another story. When I was getting into this world of social media, online, digital marketing, I spent hours, probably thousands of hours, trying to find different ways of generating new revenue, different ideas and concepts, email concepts, landing pages, sales funnels. We went through the whole gamut. And it wasn't until, and this was all free information. I was watching YouTube video after YouTube video, presentation after presentation. And what I realized, it's crazy to me, but what I realized is that I'd spent thousands of hours in free content and I still was more confused than I ever had been. I met a friend of mine. I actually hired him to help me understand all of these things. He was my mentor. And I paid him money, and he basically said, okay, Ryan, let me show you exactly how we put all this stuff together. I was like, well, that's absolutely genius. Why didn't I think of all those things before? It streamlined the process significantly. I wish I would have hired him well before I actually went through all that research. But I wish I would have paid before, because I would have streamlined that process and that success so much more quickly. So there is a huge difference between taking free courses online and taking paid courses online. So I want to run through again. You're getting all of these things, the 8 modules, access to our private student group, weekly coaching calls, inside strategies, ultimate guide to Facebook ads, $3,500 today price for the course, like we mentioned before, $349 or $549. Now, here's again where you get started. So go and make sure you get started today. Click on the link. We'll have the link sent out to you, or there's a button that will pop up here somewhere on the screen. I'm not quite sure where my programming team put it on, but click on that button and go get yourself registered right now. I'm glad that we've spent some time together. I believe we have one more. There's quite a few questions that people have asked me. And I think we actually have one more bonus. Stay with me here for just a quick second, because I know some of you are waiting for the list build funnel, right? So let me go through this really quick. So questions business owners ask me right now: how quickly can I see a return on my investment? That's a great question. It can be today. It can be instantaneous. It might take a few weeks. It might take a few months, depending on how you want to approach it. Okay, we're going to teach you strategies of the best things to do. What type of guarantees do I offer? Well, here's the deal. If you're on our coaching calls and you do everything we ask you to do, you're going to have success. But for those of you that aren't on the coaching calls, as long as you go through all of the modules and you test run ads, and we'll have a conversation. If you want your money back, I'm happy to give your money back within 30 days. But if you want your money back, then let's get on a conversation and let's look at your ad sets and see what's happening with those. And if it's still not working for you, I'll refund you your money. Okay? There's a lot of people that say, does this really work? It absolutely does. I mean, I've shown you 3 cases of different verticals. We have 15 to 20 different clients we're working with right now that are all seeing success running Facebook ads. Okay? Now, are there other courses out there like this one? Yes, there are. And like I mentioned at the first of this presentation, in my opinion, one of the reasons why our ad sets and what we do and why this course is going to be so super beneficial to you is surely the fact that I'm a business owner myself, right? I'm not just some online marketer that worked for another company that decided to create a course on Facebook ads. I've run my own businesses now for about 8 years. I understand what the things you're going through. So the content that's in the presentation in the course is going to associate itself with those needs of everyday business owners. Okay? So and the last thing I get is, the question I get is, how much will I need to spend on ads? There's a module in the course to teach you exactly what that looks like, okay? So again, here's all the things you're going to get. Total value, $3,000 or $3,000, your today course, and it's not going to be offered like this for very long because I do consulting work for $3,580 or $45. If my clients find out about this too much, they're going to want to take the Facebook ads course instead of paying me with the coaching calls, right? Instead of paying me to do their ads for them. And that's not a great thing. Because, and keep in mind, guys, that every penny you spend in Facebook advertising and on this course will come back to benefit you significantly. It's really cool what we can do. There's a lot of great things going on. And again, how do you get started? strategicsocialpartners.com/Facebook ads. Now, here's the reward for those of you that have stuck with us. We are going to be sending you via email the list build customer acquisition funnel that I promised. You can go to strategicsocialpartners.com/list build funnel. If you want to just take right there and copy that or take a screenshot of that and throw that in the URL, you're welcome to do that. We also, for those of you that stayed with us, will be sending you that list build funnel. So you can go and start using that today. Now, again, it's a ClickFunnels setup. And for those of you that are not familiar with ClickFunnels, ClickFunnels is a platform that you can build landing pages and sales funnels in. Well, I am an affiliate with that, so I'm sending you the affiliate link so that you can go in. I'm sending you the link to the share funnel. You can go in and they give you a 14-day free trial. You can try it out and see what you think. Or you can just go and set it up and get yourself rocking and rolling when it comes to business. Okay? So go get started now. Simply go to strategicsocialpartners.com/Facebook ads course. If you still have questions, here's the deal. If you still have questions, what I'd like you to do is give me a call. I've set up a secure voicemail line. Here's the phone number, 208-497-2171. Give me a call on that number and leave the question that you might have. Give me your name and your address and the last 4 digits of not your social security number. I don't care about that. Your credit card. Now, why would I ask for these things? Because we just want to make sure that you're serious and that we're not wasting our time or yours. Does that sound fair? Okay. Let me give you that number again. It's 208-497-2171. 208-497-2171. If you still have questions, and I'd love to connect with you, learn more about what you're doing in your business and how we can best help you and how this course will take your business to the next level. So that's it, guys. Thanks for being with us today. Glad to be with you. Thank you for your time. I respect your time 100%, and we'll be back in touch with you all again very soon, hopefully on the inside. All right? Bye for now.